Good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you to today's class. Today we will be working on a PHP script on how to delete records already stored in the system, already stored in your database. We have learned so far how to insert records into the database. This time around, we're learning how to delete records you stored in a database. So we store, delete, and also how to edit records stored in the database. We're working on various features of how to work on database records using MySQL and PHP. So I'm using Dreamweaver to design all this. We're going to design a simple page, a simple front page for the registration of records into the database. We also design the database table, and after which we design the back end where these records can also be worked on. So the back end is not going to have login or whatever, just the plain pages that has easy manipulations. So we start with the first one. I'm starting with the HTML page, which I will save into our record, our WAMP local area of the WAMP server. So I'm using WAMP server here. Go straight to our classes. I'm saving it straight into our classes. This is the page. First, let me just create a new page for it to say our class 3. I just did that. So I'll save it as index.php. So I want just this page to work on, to be able to have the capacity of doing everything I want to do in there that I've talked about. So the first thing here is for me to create buttons. So I'm going to create the buttons here. I'll use CSS to arrange the features so that it will be well placed on the page. Okay, so at this point I'll assign the margin to be 0 auto, then the bottom, or call it the margin bottom, I want the margin bottom to be 15 pixels below. So the buttons that we're going to work on now is the first one, the sign up. We'll work on a button for sign up. We'll also work on a button for view or registered. We'll also have a page for recycle bin. So these are just the three things we want to work on. So I'm going to space them out. Remember your PHP code for spacing, which is an NBSP. I'm going to repeat that severally to create a spacing between these write-ups. So I'll come straight inside and apply the spacing for the buttons. So these are the buttons. I want this to compress. I want it to drop down height to be commensurate to what I have here. So the margin top, I want the margin top to take effect so that this will not be so much in the extreme end of the page. So I'll delete this and apply it again. Say margin top to 25 pixels. So this is what I want. So at this point, I need to save my changes, come straight here, click, and then insert. The first thing first here is for me to insert the page, the sign up page. The sign up page is what I want to do here. So I will make it very brief. Background color is white. The padding is 25 pixels. I want the margin to be 0 auto, and then the position should be static. Okay, the weight, let me contrast the weight to be to 1550, 1550, 1550, 1545 is okay. So I'll increase the height to something like 350. 350 is not bad. So here I'll say sign up 100% free. So the first page here I'm creating is the sign up page. So in this sign up page, I'm going to go straight here, insert my form data. I just insert my form tag. This is my form tag. I want this form tag to be sent right inside this index.html. So this is the page I'm working on. I have done that already. So I need to start inserting the form materials. So for the form materials, I'll need the following features. The first one is for the first name. I need a space for the first name. Then I also need for the last name. Also need for the phone number, and I need email, first name, last name. I need for sex. Okay, so these are the 3 things I need, the 5 things I need here. So I will just make sure I save them accordingly. Go straight here, start inserting the form text boxes, corresponding text boxes needed. So I need the text area for this one, which will be here. I just need to use supply break to apply a gentle breakdown below it. So this is it. You will come here and apply another. For those who more, click on the box, go straight to CSS, get the new CSS class. I'm going to call this CSS class form class, and it's going to apply to all HTML. Just click OK. I'm getting the font style to be triple jet, and then the size, I want the size to be 16 pixels, and then the color of the write-up should be black. Apply. Okay, click on it again, go straight to class and apply that class. Go straight here, come right here and make the margin bottom to be like 25 pixels. Then I want the paddings to increase, so you go straight to this place, say padding, go to 8 pixels. So I have done what I need to do, and this is cool for me. I need to round up the border radius, just the borders to radius, just apply it to, I want 10. Yeah, 10 is cool for me. So I save these changes, go straight, copy this, go straight to this place, and then bring it back down, and then paste what you copied, come down to this guy to apply your BR code and drop it again. This is for last name. So for sex now, we need to apply the same, and then for telephone number, you apply the same as well, and for email, you apply the same. At the end of the day, you apply the break up to 2 to 3 times before you now go straight to this place. Look for the submit button, just call it button, click on OK. The button is there, so we need to make this button blue. Just go straight, create a new class, call it submit class. I will just go apply to HTML. The color, I want the color to be white, while the background color to be this. I apply, click OK, go there, click on a class, apply, view. So come straight here and then make the padding. I want the padding. So this time around, I want the padding left to be, the padding left should be 35 pixels. Oh, every padding has been applied. I just want to apply them gently. So just delete this guy. Click on padding left. I want it to be 35 pixels, while padding right is also 35 pixels. And then the general padding, I want to be about 12 pixels. So I'll come to the name, submit, final. Yeah, I'll just say submit record, not submit sign up. Just say, or I can just call it finish. Just say something that will make it look good. Just say, submit record is a good word for it. So just leave it like that. Come here, expand your CSS stack so that it can carry this. The height can carry everybody here. So it has done that. So right now, I want to change the color of this, my text box. I don't like the way the color is all white out. So what do I do about that? I just come to this place, come apply the color of whatever I want, and then make border of my CSS border width to be thin. Yeah, I want the border width to be thin and border style to be solid. And click save. And border color, I want to change the border color to something light. Understand what I'm saying? So I have done that, and you come here, go straight to your web server, look for your class video. We're working on class 3. This is it, class 3. This is the registration form that we created. It's very simple one, and it's right here on the screen. So you can fill up the form, click on submit, automatically be submitted. Now, what do we want to achieve with it? We want to store records using this database. So let us now just make the record look a little bit fanciful. I want to make the font family of the text boxes to have trebuchet designs, and then font sizes should be just something between 12 and 13. So 14 is cool. I love 14. 14 is cool. So let's check it out again. Okay, at this point we are good. Then mainly for this guy that is not good here, we'll just get it, make it heading 2 or 1, depending on the one you desire. Heading 1 is cool. And save what you did so it will become a heading. Yeah, this is good. Now we have first name here, last name, sex is not going to be text box, and then we have the one for phone number. Phone number is not supposed to be text like this, and we need to work on something good. So text for sex, delete sex text box is not good. We get a select menu, go look for select menu. This is select menu, click on it, then come right there, click on the select menu, assign the class to form class, and the values should be, first one is select sex, the second value should be female, and the third value should be male. Then you click on the first one, click on it and click OK. Go straight to initially selected, make it initially selected. That the select sex is initially selected. Save it, go straight to refresh your page. This is what we have. So now carefully confirm if these boxes can accommodate your emails, can accommodate the information you want to collect from people. This one is too small for email. This one is okay for phone numbers. And I can make these guys appear on a straight line. Must not be broken like this because they're just one field. So now I go straight to this place, press on delete button, delete that last name, delete until the other one comes up. So here at this point I'll just say your full name. So your full name appears here, I will need to put another box. Then here I'll say sex is good here. The sex is here. Yeah, the sex is here. So I need another box for your age. So I'll put here your do we really need that? Let's just work with what we have. Don't worry about the age of stuff. So the email is too small for email, so we need something like 35. Huh? And we need like 35 here too. So you can put more than one number. Okay, no problem. So this is what we have, and it's cool to our ears. Alright, so now we can make it submittable. Check back a few minutes from now. Let's round it up. Okay, so as we were saying earlier, now is the time for us to define our classes. To define our text boxes and also submit them, make them submittable. Yes. So the first thing I'll do here is to click on the text boxes. Remember, we're working on the fields. So I will assign names to them. Before I assign the name, I want to go back to the browser. Let us assign that together, and then we will carefully choose what we want to do. So here we have the first one as first name, middle name, and last name. I will have sex, phone, and email. That is just the three things I need. I also need hidden fields like the dates submitted. I also need the IP submitted. Yeah. I also need month submitted and year submitted. Just this these are the things I need. So now go straight to this text field. I'll click on the first one. I will go to the text box here, say first name. This one is name, which stands for last name. Be careful while you're typing so that you don't make mistakes. Then the next one after that we have the last name. This one is name, which is middle name. This one is last name. Then here we have sex. Here we have phone number. Just call it phone. And finally here we have our email. Call it email. Then here we can drop the hidden fields for the following. These four ones: date submitted, IP submitted, month submitted, and year submitted. So you come straight here, get your hidden fields. This is hidden fields. We're gonna make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on the first one. The first one is date submitted. The second one is a month submitted. The third one is year submitted, and the fourth one is IP address. Yeah, that's what's up. So here, the button we have here, I'm going to call it submit. So here we save the changes, go straight refresh your page. It's still okay. Your full name, box. We need to indicate what these boxes are for. So you come straight to validate. Click on it, then go straight at the extreme end of the tag. Same, you have to say placeholder equal to first name. I'll use that same placeholder format for all of them. So here we say last middle name, and here the last one is the last name. Yeah, this is actually what we achieve by doing that. You have descriptions in the box. The description, when you click on it, allows the person to type, even though it was written. When it's not inside writing, it will vanish. So phone number and email need some descriptions that will guide them through. So how will we do that? Come straight to phone number. On that phone class, add your placeholder. Say mobile number. only. Then on the next box after that, we have for email, say valid email only. So now on the box for email, input name is email, text is also email, call the text email. Yeah, that is it. And then go back, refresh your page here. Everything is intact, is ready to be used. So now we need to prepare our acknowledgement button, acknowledgement display message. When if this goes successfully, you should tell the person that submitted that the record you submitted went well. If not, you should tell that it didn't go well. So now I'm going to do that at this point of the form. I'll say click on the form, go straight, click on the arrow left, then come straight to your layouts objects, add a new div. I'm going to make this div very slim. What will be inside will be submitted successfully. Yeah, so I'll click on it, go assign the background color of green. Green stands for successfulness, something that went successfully. So you have to give the color to white. Green stands for fertile, sorry, successful is blue. So we assign the blue color there and make the padding to be something like 6 is cool for me. I'm going to make the height to be this. Then I will keep it low, static. Yeah. Then text align. I want it to be at the center of the page. The width, I want the width to be auto. And then this is just what I want. So refresh the page, check it out. It says submitted successfully. Submitted successfully. This is the message I will have here. So I will need to add some other formatting feature to it to make it nice as well. So border radius, I just need to add the radius. I want to make the radius to be about 60 for all. I'm refreshing the page again. Yeah, it's good in my eyes. And then the margin bottom, I want the margin to be 25 pixels. So it's gonna be fine now. So this is what we have. This is just what we have. And then we need this guy here. I want to make it a bit narrow. 200 is cool. And this guy too, I want to make it a bit narrow. So 200 is cool to me. So 250 is also not bad. So save it, go refreshing it. Yeah, this is just concise and fine. So now they have this as in this page. This is for the home page, the sign up page. The page is ready. So we'll go straight to the buttons we have here. The sign up page, we're going to call it the index page. So the index.php is the name. Then we are linking it already, and we'll come straight to view all registered. I'm going to call that view all.php. And then the recycle bin, I'm going to call the recycle bin as recycle.php. Then after that, I will want us to have another page that I will call search button. So the search page, we will be using that page to search our record. So I'm going to call this page the search page. Just call it search. Okay, no need. We can do that search of a thing inside this environment. Yeah, this environment can do that for us on the view or registered environment. So we go straight to this environment, refreshing it. You see this keeps appearing because it's static. Everything here is static. So now go to the view all registered. This is the page, nothing is found. Whenever you see this error, it means that that page was not designed or was not found in the server. So go straight, save it. I'm saving that page called view underscore all on the same website folder, and this is what you will be seeing. When you refresh it, you will see the same page you saw on the sign up is what you're seeing on this same page. So it's duplicate. Now we don't want to have to do duplicate. You just come here, say all registered members. Yep. That's what I want to call it. At this point, I'll delete this successful button, and then here I'm going to put something that will make it fanciful, much more better. What is that actually that I want to do? I want to create a search box where people can search for their record. Yeah, that's it. So I will delete from here to here. I delete it and allow it to be this way. The text box here have a bottom margin that I don't need at this point. So I'm going to delete the bottom margin and change this button to just search. And I want this guy to be very long. I want it to be very long. So I want to make it to be up to 65. Yeah, as long as this is cool for me. So I want this also to come up a bit. Yeah. So and here I will copy this same tag, repeat it over again, and then at this point I'm going to remove the names I have here. I delete it. Sorry that is occurring again. I can delete everything. Everything can go out from the system. Type and see what it looks like. No data. I'll select this, go straight to none, assign none to it. So this is where the records that have been searched for will be appearing. I want these records to be appearing on a table format. So I'm going to insert the table format here. Go straight here, insert table, click on OK. I want this table to have just about how many rows and columns. Let me click on it again. I want it to have, we have how many columns here? One is just this for name. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. Yeah, 4 columns visually. So I'll say 4 columns. Everything will appear with 1 row because it's going dynamic. It's going to be dynamic. So yeah, this is good. I will need a column for serial number, full name. After the full name, we have the sex, phone number, and email. Sex, phone. So I see what I have here is not enough, so I need to add more columns. I'll add 9. Let's experiment with 9 and see if that will be enough for us today. So you contrast the columns that you created, make sure everything looks neat. I also want to increase the padding, the cell padding of my column. Just 5 is cool. Okay, 5 is cool. You come here, the name should be here, since, or just call it your gender. Then phone is here. I want the next after that is the email. Then I want the next after that to be date registered, month registered, year registered, IP address. These are the things that I need according to what I said I need, or I'm collecting from them on the table. So I'll have to confirm very well if really I need these things. If not, I will need to remove some of them. For example, I really don't need the month, year registered to appear publicly. Why? Because I'm using it just for a search purpose. So I'll delete it. So the IP registered can be here. Yeah, this can be here. The IP will not like such a lengthy row. Then the email will take a lengthy row though, and then this gender will take something minimal, leaving the rest of the space for the email and the rest of them. So now select this guy, assign them to be in this format. So these other guys, I need to make them bold, very big. Yeah, so that they will appear as true headings that they represent. So full name, gender, phone number, email address, dates, registered, IP address. That's what's up for now. Yeah. So here, a replica of what we're expecting is something like this. Helen, Troy, female, 090 blah blah blah, Helen at gmail.com. The date submitted can come in this format: June 4, 2023, and IP 192.168.1.1. So something like this is what we're expecting to have when this website becomes real, when it starts working. So when you click on the sign up, it takes us to the sign up page. When you click on the view all registered, you see this spread out sheet. And then all registered members search box will appear here. So here we'll need to delete this first name or whatever they have it. We just need to put it as search, simple as that. So first we go to the placeholder, delete this to just say search using names, phone number or month or year. So that's what we have here. That's what we have. Refresh the page again. Search using name, phone number, month or year. Yeah, these are the various fields you can search using the records. You can also search using sex. Yeah, let's just continue with this. So I want to smoothen this. See, when you have a well-curved text box, you need to make this one to be text curved so that your design will be uniform. It doesn't just appear somehow. So I need to go into the border radius. The border radius will be something like, let's say 70 will give me what I want, and I can refresh in this page and it's fine. It's fine in my eyes. So I made it completely curved. Would that be okay for me? Would that really be okay for me? No, I just don't want it to be completely curved. 10 is cool for me. So I'll refresh it. Man, I want it to be completely curved instead. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this guy also to be completely curved too. So 70 can give me that at this size. So this is what we'll have here. The padding left and right for that text box need to be increased. So I should use 45 for left and 45 for right. For the text box, so it's on the bottom. If that would be okay for it, I can also apply 65 to 65. Save the changes and refreshing it. Let's see. Why is it not coming up? Are you normal? You have padding left 65, 65. So it says refreshing the page. We're not having any adjustments, so don't worry about that. So the next correction is just to make this guy look good. Let's say search record. That's all registered members is what you can see here. This is simply fantastic. Believe you said the same from your end. Okay, now we want to resume with the activity of the site. Yeah, so now we have the recycle bin. The recycle bin is where all the dirty things are found. So what do we want to store on the recycle bin? We want to restore any record that has been deleted should be found there. So now we make a replica of that same page where all registered will be, and just change the name to recycled, or just say deleted profiles. Yeah, here we have the record called search deleted records, and here we have it this way. It will appear as simple as this. Practically speaking, do we need to leave? Okay, yeah, search button can also be on the deleted folders. If you want, you can leave it. If you don't want, you can delete it. So now we just need to leave it like this, and then we come here, create a button, just the 8th row. I'm going to call it restore file. Just say restore profile, or just here you just call it action restore profile. So at this point I can go back to this same page, copy the table. I will come there and call that same to be delete profile. Okay, so far this is what we have. All of them are represented, accurately represented. I think I told you. So now we want to start working on our database. We need to start working on database, start creating database. Well, remember, we're working with the following fields: first name, last name, my middle name, set phone number, email, date submitted, IP submitted, month submitted, year submitted. This is just the things we're working on. So now we go straight to the one area, go straight and click on PHP MySQL. I am creating a new database. I want you to take a look at it again. Click on database here. You go straight and say sign up DB. This is what I called it. I click on create. I just created it. It's found somewhere here. So click on it to open it. I need to create the very first table, which is the table that will bear this record. So go straight and click on members. I'm calling it just members. And then I need about 10 rows, 10 columns. I mean, if I don't exhaust 10, I will leave the rest. So the first thing I have to do to create here is the member underscore ID, the member's ID. Then the F name, we need the M name, and then we need also the last name. We also need the gender, we need the phone, and we need the email. So after that, we need date, submitted, month, submitted, year, submitted. We need one more row. Oh, not one more row, 2 more rows, 3 more rows. I mean, 2 more rows is good, 2 more rows is fine. So go get here, put 2, click enter. So the next after that is the IP address, and then here you call the last one recycle. So first is members in ID is integer, F name should be voucher, L name should be voucher, gender should be voucher, phone voucher, email voucher, date submitted is voucher, month submitted voucher, voucher, all of them are vouchers. So member ID, I need to put the ID to 224, then the line auto increment, and then put it as primary. Go back again, voucher. I want the first name to just be about the first name about 20 characters. Okay, I need this one 22. If you want to avoid trouble, just put something big. Put something big to avoid trouble. Then name, gender, phone number is 11 digits, so just give him 15. Then email, you put something 255 like this is cool to avoid losing any email spelling. Stay submitted. I want it to be just 55 is cool, 50 months, year, this and this. These are just fields that although the values I'm putting here are bigger than what I have, what I'm expecting, but don't worry. For recycle now, you have to assign a default value for recycle, which you're gonna say is false. That any new record created should be false. That it was not deleted. It has not been deleted. I mean, so now when you do this, you go straight and click on save, and you have saved your table. This is your table. This is the database table. When you click on it, it's returning an empty row, empty rows. So now go straight to your creation. The first page I created, which is the index, the title, I'm going to call it sign up to join us today. Is the title. I saved it, then the title here is view all our members. Then the recycle is all deleted profiles. So I'll save all of that, save them all, refreshing it to see every page is showing corresponding details to them. So now let's prepare our form. We are going to prepare our form to send info to a database table. Then we're going to prepare our view all member sheets to accept records submitted to display it on the screen. And then we're going to prepare our recycle bin to shuffle between deleted files and undeleted. The one that deleted should only be seen on the recycle. The one not deleted should not be seen here. They should only be seen on the view all registered. So now we return back to the home page. Here we have the sign up 100% free. The successful button, successful acknowledgement message is shown with blue line. We want the one that will show on the red line, and that will be not successful. So what do? We have to create it immediately to avoid falling short of this process, especially when we need it more. So now what do? We go straight to get our CSS tag, go straight again, div tag, apply. I still want to make the background, first of all, should be red. You can use red as dark as you want or as light as you want, depending on what you really want. So at this point, I need this red, and the color of the write-up should be white. And then I want the padding to be just 6 pixels. Okay. And then I want the width to be auto and the position to be static. Text area should be at the center of the page. So I'll type my write-up here. The write-up goes this way. Record deleted. Just say deleted successfully. Don't need to say the records. You already know it's a record. So I will add the margin bottom to be 35 pixels. Wow, this 35 is too much, nigga. Sorry, but it's too much. It's too much on the page. I'll say 30. 25 is okay. 20 is cool. Okay, 20 is cool. Then the height should be automatic height, and you save it. At this point, I've saved the changes. I need to make it have a rounded border radius. Border radius is going to be 80. Save and refresh. So we have what we need. Successful and unsuccessful, they are all working well. So now let's start the programming. Yeah, relax, relax. In the next video, please check it out. Watch how we're going to do the programming carefully and understand what's happened. Yeah. So welcome back to the next video. This time around, we're going to program the feature. We're going to program the feature we have been designing. So go straight to your wherever the page is still open. We're still working on it. So you first of all have to create a connection page that will link the database to this view all registered and recycled bin and even to this index page. So that's the first thing we want to create now. We go straight, create a PHP page, save it as connection.php. I've done that. Delete everything you have on that page and just type only your connection code, which is this. Please, you have to replay this video again or pause it at this point and write down what this code looks like. We have MySQL select underscore DB. We call it database name. My database here, I called my database as members, as you can see on the screen. So I'll call it members, and my database has no default name because I'm working locally. So I'm using root and blank as the password. So now save it. Go straight to your first page. Make sure the database name is accurate. Member underscore DB is what I created. Check if that is what you have here. The database name is sign up underscore DB, while the table is members. So I will be careful. Sign up underscore DB is the database name. The table doesn't appear here, it appears only when we start working on it. So now go straight to this, and then first we are going to assign the connection button for all the pages to all the pages. So you say include this page connection.php. I'm including it in all my pages here. So select this, go straight to view all, go to the beginning, the very first beginning line, first line of the code, paste it, go straight to recycle. So paste it there in the recycle area. And when you have done that, save all the changes you made, go back to the index. So now we are on the index. We want to start working on the form and how they are submitted to the record, to the database table. Okay, so go straight to your code. After that includes table connection, you now type your code for the IP address and then followed by the date and time. This is the code to help manage, retrieve the IP address of the client that is you're accessing, that's the device accessing this website. And then below we have the today's date. I have already declared it here. Today underscore date equals to DMDY. Using this format will help display the day in details. For example, Monday, April 12th, 2020, 50. And then o'clock here, I mean time now. I can just call it time now. The exact time now that the record is submitted. If you are working virtually on the local host, this can serve you. But if you are working over the internet on this hosted server, you will need to configure your .ht access file so that it can retrieve the exact time zone of the person that visited the site to sign up. It will capture the person's time zone and link it exactly to the date you have on the system. you can make that possible when you configure your .htcss if you're working on the hosted server. That's what I mean. If not, this is okay for you as a local host member. So now go back to where we were. These things we need are okay. Remember, we have the one for today. We'll have the one for today to time. That's the time right now. So now we go straight, come down to confirm that our buttons are okay. First name, last name. Check if the names are all assigned and they are working well. So they are fine. Then the boxes here will have date submitted. You need to assign today's date. The one for month submitted, you assign it. The one for year submitted, you would assign the year submitted, and also the one for IP address, you submit them too. So now let's go back to date submitted. Date submitted, we need to declare a PHP variable like this. I mean to call up a PHP variable I declared earlier, which I called today date. I've assigned that already. So now for this month, I only declared today. I haven't declared this month. So I will double click say this underscore month. And I also have to do the same to this underscore year. So this month, I'm going to leave it as just M. And this year, I'm going to leave it as Y. So M stands for month and Y stands for year. I want to differentiate the both like this because I want it to be possible that someone can search everybody registered in the month of May from 2021 to 2010. It's possible. But if I just make it this month as MY, it means that only persons registered in the month of May 2027 can be fetched on the record. Can easily find what you need, especially when you want more accurate reports. Depends on how you want it. You can do whatever you want in PHP. So just know how it is done and do your own. So now we want to declare the one for today's dates. Done. Today's month, that's month submitted. I'm going to declare the variable as well as this. So say this month. And then for this year, I'll just say this year. And we are done for the declaring of the hidden fields. So the declaring of the hidden fields are okay. Then the IP address, you need to declare the IP address as well. So just echo it. Say IP address because you already there in your system to always come up. So remember the name of this guy. His name is submit. We want to submit this record on the same page, same exact page for this pop-up to come up. If you got it, this will appear. If you didn't get it, this one will appear. So now watch carefully as we do that. So you select the div tag you want to work on. Select the div tag as you are seeing on the screen. Carefully select it, div tag for the successful. I'm going straight to the area. I'll create a very big space for myself. I'll start my PHP code. This is my PHP code. I'm going to come immediately after the negative for reports and say end of my PHP code. So at this point, I'm going to type the code that will make it possible for my record to be submitted on the same page and it will listen to it. So remember the button I use is submit. I have to name this also submit. That's why I named this submit already. So now it's showing me red. Whenever I see the green line on the line or circle like this, meaning that you have an error. Yes, I know I have an error, but I don't work on it yet until I finish what I'm doing. So now I have to start declaring my tags one after another. So the first one is first name. Its first name is being collected from a post tag, post method of form submission. How do I know that? Click on this red form tag to see the format we're using. We're using post. Yeah, that's why. That's what's up. So now go straight back to that same page. Go straight in your coding environment. Type what you have to type. And I'm going to repeat this same step for all all the guys I've been working with. I want to make them in a more neat way. I say F name, M name. This is the M name. Now I need one for L name. I will need it here as well. Declare on both sides. And then we'll have the one for sex. I call it sex there, so it's going to be sex as well here. I also have the one for phone. I don't call it phone, so I need to call it phone here too, not phone number. Then one for email, I will call it for email, so I call it email here too. So we need additional 3 more. The 3 more is for these guys. We call the first one that's submitted. I coded that. They will declare that as well. Now months submitted. You also declare that as well, and you have year submitted. You declare that as well. Then after which you have to set the record into this table of the database. Remember, this is highly connected from the very first page you're seeing here is connected to the database. So we're going straight to just linking it to be submitted there. So you declare your SQL, let the SQL combos. We want to do some layer surprising package. So insert into what I'm inserting and into where? Members. I'm inserting it into the table called members. Just members is the name. And what is that? I'll say these values that will be fetched from here should be stored there. Exactly. So members should carry what? I'll start calling the guys according to the format at which they appeared on this database. You have F name, M name, L name, gender, phone, email, dates, month, year, IP address. Forget about the recycle, is automated, you don't need to call it. So M name, L name, gender, phone, email, dates, submitted, month, submitted, year, submitted, IP, address. Confirm your spellings and the arrangements is correct. F name, M name, L name, gender, phone, email, date submitted, month submitted, year submitted, IP address. F name, L name, L name, gender and phone, email, date submitted. Yeah. This is cool. To avoid making mistake, I can just copy the whole of these guys. Yeah, just copy it carefully. Come here and paste it inside the section box. Just know that the sex, I changed it here to gender, so you just change it back to sex because this is where information is fetched from. So you assign the value that makes them being declared. That is the $sign in front of them, and make sure you use the apostrophe to segregate them away so that the record will not crash during the transition. During the transit, I mean. So you make sure everything is fine. Just make sure as you're doing, you see me doing to separate all of them with the apostrophe sign. It helps differentiate the various columns and what is going inside the columns. So now the record's submission point is this. That's the transition point. So now we want to tell him what to do with it. So result should be MySQL underscore query execute what you found on line 126, which is MySQL declared should do that. That is do the submission. And when it is done, what should happen? If the result, understand what I'm saying, went well, it should echo this immediately. It should echo this, and then it should stop. Else, it should echo this one and stop. So what are we actually echoing? We're echoing the negative and positive signs that the record was submitted or not. So the first one we have on the list is the positive sign that says the record was submitted successfully. The second was saying that the record deleted successfully. So all of them successfully, but negative and positive messages are coming there. So at this point, you also end the variable you declared here, which is the if statement that says if this button alone was clicked on, you should stop here because we're talking about this very button. So if other buttons were clicked, so what it means is that if other buttons were clicked on the screen, nothing will happen except this very submit button will click on. It will work. So now let's confirm what we have if we did a right job there. Okay, confirm your code, confirm very well. For your variables were met and we're using post method. Post from submission method, inserting two members, F-name, M-name, L-name, gender, phone, email, date, month, year, IP address. Confirming that same format is what you used at the other side of the page, which is F-name, M-name, L-name, sex, phone, email, date, submitted, month, year, submitted. Good. This is good. So now let's go and test run our page. I'm right there on the page, refreshing the page and see the default things that made it manual has disappeared. So now what we'll do is to type. Fill the format if you're someone braille. So we say Ulema Chimde Janet. She's female, phone number is 090 blah, 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 blah. And then the email is ulema@gmail.com. Click on submit. Wow, this is awesome. One button, one click, everything was submitted. We want to fill another person's name. Ikenna James Amadi. This one is male. Ikenna is 081 blah blah blah. And the email is ikenna@gmail.com. You submit it as well. It will submit it successfully. See what I'm saying? This is good. So let's submit one more person, which is Tunde Adeolu Calvin. Male. This one is 090. And they say Tunde forreal@gmail.com. You submit. It went well. So when you go to view all registered, you see nobody. You only see the default machine name that's Helen Troy, which is not what we want. We want the records we submitted to come up. He has told us that the page we had you have on the sign up page told us that it was submitted successfully at this point. So that's good. We like that. But we want to view it here. We want to view it exactly. So you go straight to this and confirm if this record are here. You see they are here, truly. They are here. No issue about it. And that's good. But we want to work more. So now go straight to your view all registered. Let's retrieve it up. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So you go straight to your view all pages, view all, click on this button, and then go straight, and then remember we have linked the page using the connection button. So this time around we just want to modify what will be appearing here to appear according to what we want, not what they want. So now you come here carefully, come to this. This is the row. We want to start with this first row. So you drop down the row, draw down the row. Understand what I'm saying? So you create your PHP. At this point, you come immediately after the row, end of PHP. You have circled these guys now, so they can't run away from me anymore. I've captured them to my territory. So say equal to MySQL. Remember we're working with MySQL PHP, CSS as well. So now you say MySQL, please select all, all, the asterisk means all, from where? From members where anyone that has recycle equal to false. Just select it, man. Anyone that has recycle as false, please just give me that. Show me that one. So now I say result equal to MySQL underscore what the hell? MySQL underscore do I still remember what I'm doing? So result equal to MySQL. I just forgot what I'm supposed to type here. Okay, yeah, from where recycle put the first result equal to MySQL underscore query equal to SQL. Yeah. So you come down and say while brackets open db underscore field, the fields we want to retrieve from the table, we are declaring them now is MySQL underscore fetch underscore associated associated with result. You call the result that you first declared here, close the two brackets you open and open a new form of brackets to capture the rows, the columns you're talking about now. So now we start with the F name. F name, we are working on the new format of declaration, which is the form informations from the rows, the columns, name, name equal to db underscore field. This name. We have also f name, m name, l name equal to db underscore field. You call it l name, and then after that we have the gender, db underscore field gender, and then we'll have a lot to do here, a whole lot. So I'm going to just select them and declare them automatically. Okay, after the gender we have the phone, which is phone as well. We have the email, which is the email. We have date submitted, which is also this submitted. We have month submitted. We have the month submitted. So we now have the final one, which is the year submitted. Year submitted. After the year submitted, I can now come here and declare the echo for this, and I'll end it here. No, we're gonna run into trouble at that point. So let's just start with here. So I just declare the first one, nothing is gonna be inside it. The second one, I will declare it. So I'll end it here. This serial number, I will declare a new variable that I called number. The number does not exist, so I'll now have to come at this point to make it exist. It's going to be an auto increment number that I will assign to be 1 initially. So that one should just show here. And after this line, that same number equal to number plus 1 is what I want, so that it's automatically increasing after this first line, first row. So after that, every other thing can proceed. The first name should come first, then m name, then the last name. Then after that we have gender here, then we have the phone here too. Here we will be having our email, and here we'll have date submitted. All the variables I declared up above are the ones I'm calling up here. So here I will need to have IP address, and that's one variable that I failed to declare here. You see the auto field is not suggesting anything for me. It means that I'm heading to trouble. But the reason why is because of this red flag you see here. So we don't worry about the flag. Delete profile. The delete, I want it to be clickable, so I make it clickable by saying delete should take us to delete profile.php and then end of the tag. So I'll come down here and do what I declared here, which is at this point I declared the opening. I have to close it here. That red flag has disappeared. So if this is working well, it will retrieve all the records we have in the database for us, not this default. So let's refresh it and see. You see it's working very, very well. That's good. That is good. I like that. I hope you also like that too. So I hope you like that too. So now this is what we have. This is what we have. And then at this point of time, I'm going to link the one that will appear in the recycle bin. What would it look like? So go straight here, copy this table, go to your recycle, paste what you copied. No. Just go back, copy it again from the code environment, go to your recycle, paste what you copied. If you paste it that way, check your recycle, let's see what you have. You see you're having rubbish there. So go back again. This is the recycle page I'm talking about. Copy it here. Go to the recycle page, delete what we have there, paste what you copied. Yeah, it's better now. It's showing us how it's supposed to appear. So it's appearing in table format and it's very neat. It's very, very neat. So at this side of it, we just want to call that action. We want the records shown on this should be deleted record, not record active. So go straight and change the format of things that are appearing here. So say recycled ones that are true. Yeah, that's what's up. So when it appears to be true, we have the button that we call restore profile. Here, the page to take them should be on the restore profile. So that's the extent we have worked on. You refresh this recycle, nothing will be shown. Go to view all, you see everything you need. Submit, you add more records. So at this point, we have done something very, very interesting. Check back on this channel again. You are going to see how we'll be deleting records from the system. Delete it and it will appear here. We'll click on this delete button. It will jump straight to that place. Bye for now and have a wonderful day.